What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video here on my channel with yours truly. As you see my name right there displayed on the bottom. Welcome to Week 8 NFL Picks. 8. And if you don't remember what that is and why I say that sometimes, that was from that movie Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, when Harry was saying to Marv, Joe Pesci to Daniel Stern, when he looks at him, he's like, "How many fingers am I holding up, Marv?" And this looks at him and goes, 8. Because he got hit in the face with a brick, when Kevin was throwing them bricks off that old house. Yeah. Some funny stuff that was in that movie, but I still think the first one was better. But anyway, we're not here to talk about movies. We're here to talk about Week 8 NFL. So we have some players, or we have some teams that are on bye weeks this week, and one of them does happen to be the Ravens, which, we had a really, really tough game against Cincinnati Bengals. I saw the beginning of it before I had to go to work, and it could have been a better game. We definitely could have played a lot better than that. Like when we played the Chargers in that one game, we beat them like that. We could have done that. But Cincinnati's a tough team. Joe Burrow had everything together, and the rest of the players, as well, that played well. I don't really follow the Bengals that much, but that's it. Just the way it goes. It's just the way it is. So I didn't really do any picks for Week 7, but so the Bengals, over the Ravens. The Packers beat the Redskins or Washington team 24-10. I know I picked the Packers, but I didn't even do my picks on here, which is all right. The Titans beat the Chiefs surprisingly, and Patrick Mahomes wound up leaving the game with an injury, so Chad Henne had to come in, and Patrick Mahomes had one interception. And the Titans, Ryan Tannehill got the job done, and Derrick Henry still doing pretty well with his rushing and stuff, which I think is leading in the league right now with rushing yards. So Titans beat the Chiefs 27-3. The Falcons beat the Dolphins 30-28, which wound up being a pretty close game, but Falcons still pulling away with the victory. The microphone a little bit right here. The Jets lost a big time to the Patriots 54-13. Yeah, and the Jets wound up losing their quarterback, Zach Wilson, to an injury, and he'll be out for about 3 to 4 weeks. And for those of you who don't know, you probably do know. So Mike White came in and threw 1 touchdown and 2 interceptions, but help is probably on the way, I hope, because I'm glad, that he's going to a team and he's getting some playing time. I know some of you aren't big on Joe Flacco anymore, but Joe Flacco has been traded to the Jets and will probably be their starter for the next game because they need a quarterback, and he was with the Eagles and he was a bench player. And in my opinion, Joe Flacco does not need to be a bench player. He can still play. I mean, I know some people really aren't big on him that much, but what's going to happen if Joe Flacco does pretty good for the Jets? What happens, if he has a good game and stuff, then everybody's going to be like, wow, he really didn't look good or whatever. Then again, he may not, do good, but you never know. But I hope he does do good because he did good with the Ravens. There were some games, that weren't really all that great and stuff, but stop bashing Joe Flacco. I mean, I know everybody has a right to say whatever they want, but just leave him alone. I mean, he's a guy, that played for a good while for the Ravens. He helped us out. Not just him. It was Ray Rice as well, Anquan Bolden, Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, and the rest of the players, that were there too. But still, Flacco, knew what he was doing. I mean, I just wish everybody, stopped, saying negative stuff about him. But that's everybody's choice to say that. So, yeah. Anyway, let's move on now. So back to the games. So the Patriots destroyed the Jets 54-13. The Giants beat the Panthers 25-3. The Raiders beat the Eagles 33-22. Yeah, a lot of these games, I just didn't really think what teams would win and stuff. I was going to do them on Facebook, but I did not. Sometimes I do that on Facebook. I'll say what teams I think will win. The Rams beat the winless Lions 28-19. The Cardinals remain undefeated as they beat the Texans 31-5. The Buccaneers destroyed the Bears 38-3. Tom Brady's still pretty incredible right now with all them passing yards and touchdowns, and he still leads the league, I think, in passing yards. And yeah. Then you had the Colts beating the 49ers on Sunday Night Football 30-18. And the Saints beat the Seahawks in a pretty boring game, in my opinion, because I saw that game with my girlfriend. And the Saints wound up getting the win 13-10. Yeah, Geno Smith, I mean, he was all right, but the Seahawks really need Russell Wilson back. But as soon as he recovers from his injury, and then, yeah. But anyway, that's how week 7 went. Now let's get into week number 8. So our first one is our Thursday night football matchup, and I'm doing this like on my phone. I have like I could like do it here on the computer and stuff, but I'm doing it like on this StreamYard thing. I don't know if you can like do it this way or anything like that. You probably can, but I don't think it'll like show my screen or anything. But you know what? I'll just do it this way and just do it on my phone. So our first one, again, we have the Thursday night football matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals. Will the Cardinals remain undefeated, or will the Packers get their 7th win against them? I was going to say, get their first win. They do have wins. They only have one loss. And I think that the Cardinals are going to get their first loss. I don't think they're going to finish the season undefeated. I really think the Packers are going to get this one. Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers is a pretty good matchup, but I think pretty much it just goes in favor to the Packers. I don't think the Cardinals have what it takes, unfortunately, to remain undefeated, against this team. I just think the Packers roll away with it. I say 27-17. Now, as I said, the Ravens are a team on a bye week, and I think there's a bunch of others too, but I don't really have like I could probably look it up on NFL, like the NFL website, and it'll like tell me like what teams are on bye weeks and stuff. But I could probably do it this way, and it'll tell me like it should be able to tell me like what teams are on bye weeks, but it's not so far. Oh, here we go. Just the Raiders and the Ravens, just those two. Okay. So now we'll get into the next one. And so once again, Packers over the Cardinals, 27-17. I already said that, but so here's our next one. We have the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the New York Jets, or New Jersey, but but New York Jets will just stick it as. So we have this matchup in New Jersey, and this will probably be Joe Flacco's debut or return. I think you can say it as that against the Bengals. Now, it would be interesting, or it would be pretty nice if Joe Flacco got the win, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Bengals are going to continue the win streak. I mean, it's pretty amazing right now how the Bengals are doing. They played really good against the Ravens, like I said, and I'm glad, that they got the win. I'm glad it wasn't the Browns or the Steelers. I just I really could care less, if they beat us, one of them teams. But I mean, they played good, and I applaud them, for what they did. I don't think they're overrated or anything like that. I remember like when Carson Palmer played for them, and Andy Dalton did too. I mean, yeah. But I think the Bengals still get the win in this one against the Jets, and I say 26-20. I think Joe Flacco will have a good game, though, even if he gets to start. I mean, it should be him. It should not be that Mike Smith guy that did last time. Then we have the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. And I think the Titans will continue to get the win. I mean, Derrick Henry is doing really, really well. And I think personally, actually, let me go back to the other one because I'm not really seeing like stuff on here. Let's do it this way. Amendment. There we go. So yeah, I mean, it should be a good matchup with these two teams. I think the Titans get the win over the Colts. I say um, Titans 24 and Colts 19, 24 to 19. I think it'll be decided, by that. Then we have the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, and all these games are on Halloween also. So will any of these teams have a trick up their sleeve, or is it going to be a treat for what games we'll be in for? I don't really do the best commentary and stuff, but I try. So Panthers and Falcons, and this is in Atlanta, of course. I think the Falcons will get this one. I think they've gotten off to like a little bit of a disappointing start, but the Panthers, they're pretty much doing all right. Actually, let me go to the ESPN app and just do it this way. I think this is a little bit better. Yeah. Yeah, it's Matt Ryan and Sam Darnold because I just didn't know what teams or what players, they are and stuff. I just like to do that. But anyway, I think this should be a still pretty good matchup, but I think the Falcons get this one over the Panthers. I say 26-20. Next one is a terrible matchup in my opinion. This is the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. The Dolphins, unfortunately, have only one victory. I know Alex is not really too happy about that, but it's football. I mean, it's still early in the season. It's week 8. I mean, you could probably say it's not really that early, but Buffalo Bills, are trying. I kind of thought the Buffalo Bills would maybe be undefeated at this point, but Josh Allen is doing pretty well with 15 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be, I thought it was going to be that Togalova guy, whatever his name is pronounced, getting the start, but it's showing Jacoby Brissett on here. I mean, he's been doing all right, but I don't really know exactly, but I still think the Buffalo Bills get this one. I say 28-15. I think it's going to be pretty much a game like that. Then we have the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. The Bears, I think, will get this victory. I mean, it wasn't really a great matchup last time with what happened with them. I think, the Bears just wound up losing big time to the Buccaneers, but I think the Bears will rebound in this one. This is not basketball, but I think they will, get back into this game. I think the Bears win against the 49ers. I don't think it's going to be like a game where they destroy them or anything. I say 28-22. Then we have the We don't have Cincinnati. We have the Cleveland Browns hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers in the dog pound. One of these matchups, huh? So you probably know which team I'm picking, even though I don't like to choose these teams a lot of times. I mean, it'd be funny if this game ended in a tie, but I don't really think that's going to happen. But I predict the Browns get this one. I mean, I've said before, I think it's time for Roethlisberger to retire, and it's time for Mike Tomlin to move on because I really can't stand Mike Tomlin. I think he's a very overrated coach. An overrated, but he is a good quarterback. But it's just time for him to move on. I mean, the guy has been playing for a while. I know Tom Brady knows the same way too, but Tom Brady is playing really, really well. But we shall see about this one. So, yeah, I mean, just the way that he's playing is pretty incredible. So, I picked the Browns over the Pittsburgh Steelers. I say 26-20. Next one, we have the Philadelphia Eagles and the Detroit Lions, the winless Lions. Are the Lions going to pick up the win against the Eagles? Honestly, I say yes. Sorry, JVD, because I know he's an Eagles fan. I have friends, that are fans of teams and stuff. But yeah. Yeah, I think really pretty much this is going to go in favor to the Lions. I think they get their first win, and I think it comes down to a field goal. I say 23-20 that the Lions pick up their first win. Yeah, because I mean the Eagles are 2-5 right now as it is, and I think pretty much it goes in favor to the Lions. I don't think they're going to finish the season, winless. I mean, if they lose to the Eagles, that is a possibility too, but I'm just going to go with my opinion. I think the Eagles lose to the Lions, and Lions get the win, deciding on a field goal, like I said. Next one, we have the Los Angeles Rams and the Houston Texans. One team with only one loss and one team with only one win. And Matthew Stafford is playing pretty incredible right now for the Rams. I keep forgetting, that he plays for them now, and they traded their quarterback to the Lions. So, yeah. Jared Goff, I think his name is, goes to the Lions, and Matthew Stafford goes to the Rams. So, yeah. And I think this goes in favor to the Rams for sure. And I think it's going to be a blowout. I say Rams 32 and Texans 14, 32-14. Yep. Next one is our 4 o'clock games, and the next one is the Patriots and the Chargers. The Patriots looked really incredible in the last game against the Jets, and the Chargers, I believe, are coming off a victory. I know I discussed them, and or unless they had a bye week. It looks like they had a bye week. Yes, they did. They did. Okay. But so the Chargers are going to be looking for a victory in this one. I think they will get their victory against the Patriots. I mean, again, the Patriots destroyed the Jets. And I don't think they're going to destroy the Chargers, and I don't think the Chargers are going to destroy them either. But I still think it's going to be a good matchup. I say Chargers get the win 28-19. 28-19. Then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks, again, will not have Russell Wilson for this game, so it looks like Geno Smith will be getting the start unless there's another quarterback they have that could get the start, but I don't think it will. I think it will be Geno Smith. He had 1 touchdown, no interceptions, but they lost to the Saints. And the Jaguars, still with just 1 win, in their last game, I think they lost. Or no, they had a bye week. Yep, the Jaguars had a bye week. All right. So I think it's going to go in favor to the Seahawks. I think Geno Smith is going to do pretty well in this game. I mean, he did all right in the last one, but I think he'll do a little bit better, and I think he'll have about 2 or 3 touchdowns in this one. And I just think, once again, it will go in favor to them. Seattle over the Jaguars, 26-13. 26-13. Then we have the Washington Redskins or football team against the Denver Broncos. What is this guy's name? Taylor Heineke. I mean, I don't know how it's pronounced, honestly. Taylor Heineke.
Here's Taylor Heineke.
It is pronounced Taylor Heineke. Okay. So, yeah, this is a matchup with these 2 teams. This will be in Denver. Probably is going to be cold that day. I mean, I don't really know, but I think it goes in favor to the Broncos. I mean, this might be a pretty close matchup, I think, with these 2 teams, but Teddy Bridgewater is doing all right for the team, and the other one, Taylor Heineke, doing all right as well, too. But I think Denver gets the win. I say 24-16. Next matchup is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. If Drew Brees is on this team, it would be a pretty amazing matchup, but it is not. It's Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston.
Here's Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston, I guess it's pronounced. I usually have a tough time with these names, but yeah. All right, so Tom Brady, who is playing incredible right now. I mean, the guy is playing like he's 24 or something. How old is Tom Brady?
Tom Brady is 44 years old.
Okay. 44. I mean, yeah, that's pretty incredible. I mean, the guy has 21 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, like according to my phone here on these stats. I mean, that is really incredible. I mean, I was never really a big Tom Brady fan that much because of the fact, that he was winning all the time with the Patriots. Winning. Charlie Sheen. And Jameis Winston, he used to play for the Buccaneers, I think. And Jameis Winston stats.
Here are stats for Jameis Winston from the 2000.
I'm just looking to see on here, if he played for the. I know he played for the Buccaneers. I'm just looking it up, and I can't find it. Jameis Winston.
Here's Jameis Winston.
Let me see here. I'm just looking at his stats on here, there he is. Teams he played for and stuff. Here we go. Career, I think. Yep. Former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. I was just making sure on that. Okay. So now back to that. Sorry, I just had to look that up. I know I wasn't wrong on it, but anyway, this should be a good matchup as well. But I think that the Buccaneers will get the win. I think that they will still continue the win streak. I mean, just look at the way that they are playing. It's incredible. It really is. So I think the Buccaneers get the win over the Saints. I say 30-23. 30-23. Next matchup is a Sunday Night Football matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. I know Tim is looking forward to this matchup because he's a big Cowboys fan, and Kirk Cousins is playing pretty good for the Vikings, and Dak Prescott is doing great too. Same with Ezekiel Elliott, their running back, and Dalvin Cook, the running back for the Vikings. And this looks like a pretty good matchup, and I think it goes in favor to the Cowboys. And I don't think it goes overtime or anything, but I think it will be a close game. I say 28-24 for the Cowboys. And our last matchup is our Monday Night Football matchup. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Our Monday Night Football matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New York Giants. Sorry, Eddie. I mean, he's a Giants fan, and it's a tough season right now for them. With Daniel Jones, their quarterback, he's doing okay as it is. I don't know who their second string is. I don't know if they'll give the other person a chance to play. I don't really know. But Patrick Mahomes did get hurt in the last game, but he is scheduled, I think, to play on Monday night against the Giants. And this should be in my opinion, a so-so matchup. I mean, it just doesn't really look all that great, in the schedule. But if the Giants could, upset this team, that would be something. But I don't really know. But I think the Chiefs, rebound from what happened. I think they get the win over the Giants. I say 26-10. 26-10. Yep. And that's it. That's all of our games. Yep. All these games that I went through, and as I said, the teams are on bye weeks, which are the Ravens and the Raiders. And I apologize once again. I have not been doing the other videos and I'm other week predictions. I've just been wrapped up with work and stuff, and just haven't really gotten back into it. I apologize, but yeah. So that's gonna have to wrap it up. So excuse me. So as always, if you'd like to comment with your picks below, you're welcome to say if you want to say what teams you'll think will win and stuff. And yeah, so comment, and subscribe, please. Not a bad thing, a good thing. And you all take care. And thanks again for watching this video.